Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be discussing what I consider the top 5 katanas in Cyberpunk 2077 in 2025. If you like what you see, please consider leaving a like and even subscribing to the channel. And if you think I missed something, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. I should also mention that even though this game is 5 years old, there will still be some gameplay spoilers in this list. Thanks for being here, and let's get started. For any katana build, I always spec heavy into the reflex tree, particularly the right side, which has all the katana perks. I make sure to grab Mad Dash, Flash and Thunderclap for the leap attacks, Lead and Steel for less stamina cost, Bullet Deflect, Blade Runner Finisher, Going the Distance, which increases that finisher range, Flash of Steel for increased movement speed, and Opportunist, which makes enemies more susceptible to finishers. Depending on whether you want to use a Cyberdeck, Sandevistan, or Berserk is up to you, although I usually go with the Apogee or Falcon Sandy for my katana builds. In fact, I did a video on my Ghost Sandevistan build that completely wrecks max tack on very hard. Check it out when you get done with this one. Now on to the countdown. Coming in at number 5 is the Satori. Depending on when you do the heist mission, the Satori is likely the first iconic katana you'll come across. Interestingly, Satori means awakening, comprehension, or understanding in Japanese, and refers to a deep, intuitive experience of enlightenment. This katana is found in Saburo Arasaka's personal AV, parked on the rooftop landing pad, which is kind of a weird place to leave it. Once all hell breaks loose in this mission and you start escaping the penthouse, head up the stairs to the landing pad, defeat the guards there, and then find the katana inside the AV. A katana that deals out a high amount of damage, a near 50% critical hit chance, high critical damage, and a chance to apply a bleeding effect which passively drains enemy health, and the Satori is a worthy choice in this list. Add to the fact that it's relatively easy to come by, and Satori is a katana that can take you a long way through the game. I should point out that it can also be combined with the Nihan knife found on Saburo Arasaka during the heist mission to allow for a bleeding and hemorrhaging effect, although this isn't a playstyle I do very often as I find switching back and forth somewhat clunky. Number 4 on this list is the errata. I thought errata might have something to do with flames or fire, but it seems to mean a list of errors and their corrections in Japanese, which I suppose is also a fitting name for this insanely cool looking katana, with its distinct orange glow and heat waves that emanate from the blade, and this is without a doubt my favorite looking katana, even if it's not the top ranked. Errata is found in the mission called Disaster Piece, during which the player must rescue Evelyn Parker with the help of Judy. If missed there, it can also be obtained from the black market in Phantom Liberty. It possesses 25% armor penetration and a burn chance that can set enemies on fire. Couple that with guaranteed critical damage when hitting enemies that are already burning, and errata definitely deserves its spot in the top 5. I usually use errata when I'm going for a fire damage build, where I also incorporate the thermal monowire, thermal grenades, and the Psalm 11.6 iconic assault rifle, plus contagion and overheat quickhacks. Putting all these together leads to a high chance the NCFD will need to be called. Wait, how come there isn't a Night City Fire Department? Cracking the list at number 3 is the Scalpel. This katana can be found after doing the mission titled Big in Japan, which begins by speaking to Dennis in the Afterlife Club. He'll ask you to locate a package near the Kabuki waterfront. Complete the mission and you'll be awarded with the Scalpel katana. The Scalpel is a powerful katana that deals electrical damage and also gives a chance to apply a shock effect to enemies. If that wasn't enough, when it's paired with a Sandy, it gives a 50% increase to critical hit chance and applies a bleeding effect to damage enemies over time. This probably makes it one of the 2 best katanas to use with a Sandy, and when coupled with the fact that it can be attained fairly easy and early in the game, and it definitely earns its spot in the top 5. The only thing that keeps it out of the top 2 is its lower base damage and slower speed, but it's still a deadly katana to wield and one you should have in your arsenal. Coming in at number 2 of the top 5 katanas in Cyberpunk in 2025 is the Chinju Maru, which is known for its excellent raw damage output and critical hit potential. This katana deals double damage with the last strike of a combo, along with dealing double damage against enemies with health higher than V's, making it a good choice for boss battles or skull enemies. Further, when optical camo is active, all hits are critical hits, essentially turning V into a slicing and dicing ghost. The Chinju Maru, which aptly means the loyal one in Japanese, can be found around halfway through the main quest after defeating Oda in the Play It Safe mission, or you can also purchase it in Dogtown if you have the Phantom Liberty expansion. I'm assuming anyone watching this must have Phantom Liberty, right? I'd have to say that whoever CDPR used to name their weapons did such an awesome job, as Oda is certainly a loyal character in Cyberpunk, even if loyal to a fault. At any rate, the Chinju Maru definitely deserves its spot in this high in the ranking. Finally, and probably without surprise unless you're new to the game, the katana that takes the top spot is the Byakko, which translates to White Tiger, referring to a mythical creature who is the guardian of the West and is associated with the element of metal and the virtue of righteousness. Byakko is obtained after completing all of Wakako Okada's gigs and has to be without a doubt the top choice for katanas in Cyberpunk 2077, especially when dealing with multiple enemies. It's hardly even an argument unless you just want something that looks different. But for raw stats and modifiers, nothing really comes close to Byakko. This katana, coupled with the earlier mentioned perks in their reflex tree, allows an insane leap towards enemies which rapidly disposes of them. Then after that leap and kill, its iconic modifier allows the player to temporarily perform a rapid combo of attacks, which basically just keeps stacking as long as there are enemies to slash. When added to a sandy like the Apogee and compared with axolotl frontal cortex implant and other perks that increase speed and stamina, and this is just about as unstoppable of a combination that you can get in Cyberpunk 2077. Just activate the sandy and watch the sweet combo of the reduced cooldown from axolotl, the reflex tree blade and speed perks, along with the leap and combo modifier of the Byakko, a chance at electrical damage, and V becomes an absolute wrecking machine. And that'll do it for this top 5 in 2025 ranking video. Again, be sure to let me know what you think in the comments, as I'm sure there are other katanas that could have potentially made this list. And remember to check out this video where I use my Ghost Sen Devistan and Byakko combination to utterly destroy entire max tech squads in seconds on very hard difficulty. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.